Hey everybody, it's Deanna with toolsofelnergyprotection.com, your energy shift expert, and tonight we have a winter storm warning, we have snow, and so tonight I'm actually shooting live from my home as opposed to the studio, and of course the internet's always slower when you shoot from home than when you shoot live in the studio. So I did want to get with you all tonight. It's like 14 degrees outside, so I appreciate you having patience with me and wanting to be in my home tonight instead of traveling back and forth on the icy roads. Anyway, welcome everybody. It is, I forgot to look at the date for that on here, October 29th, 2019. I can't believe that we are almost to November. We are almost to 2020. And when we get to 2020, we'll be able to look back at 2019 with 2020 vision. Okay. Just want to make sure everybody's awake and we're out there. Anyway, so I'm so glad that you joined me either live stream or for replay. But here's what's going on. I announced last week that we were going to go to a different platform. I'm still going to do the Tuesday night lives. I'm still going to be with you, and I'm still going to answer questions. But instead of having the energy shift update only, I'm going to have a energy shift forecast. And the energy shift forecast will start. It will be available for purchase November 1st. And so these energy shift reports or forecasts will be from November 2nd to the 9th. So it'll cover a whole week, so you'll know what's coming up, so you'll have the tools to work with it. You'll know what foods are a better preference. I'm going to talk about different tools like I've done. If you want to see what that looks like and you go over to YouTube, you can look at some of my past videos where I've talked about the tools and what's coming up and how to use them. And I'm doing this platform live and for free for about 3 to 4 years. I couldn't exactly get a date on it, but it's about 3 to 4 years. And so I am going to be now putting that content where I can be, rewarded for it, if you will, or compensated for it, if you will. I will still be here on Tuesday Night Lives on Facebook to give you an update, to answer questions, but to get all of the tools, what you are looking for, what's coming up, what's happening in relationships coming up, so you know what to watch for. Having a heads up is always good. What to watch for in your health, what to watch for in your finances. Those are things that I will be talking about on the other platform. And I will have a link to that as soon as it is set up right down here below on the Facebook Live, or if you're watching this on YouTube, or toolsofelnergyprotection.com on my website, so that you can click the link and you can go over and find out what that platform looks like and how to get signed up for it. I'm going to have it so you can purchase one video at a time, or you can purchase a whole pack of videos at a time. So I appreciate you being with me during that transition. Also, the holidays are coming up. As you know, this Thursday is Halloween, and then we have Thanksgiving tradition, and then we have Christmas. And so during those times, they're traditionally a stressful time anyway. A lot of folks are just having problems during those times. Do they isolate? Do they be with family? Which family do they be with? What family members can't they stand? What family members are they missing? I mean, there's a myriad of things that go on when we are working, with our families. So that's what I would like to do, is to be of service this year. In years past, I've offered sessions around this time of year, and I've offered mediumship during this time of year. But I'm going to step it up this year because the energy shifts are so dynamic. And let me get to that very quickly before most of you go, it's an infomercial, click. I love you. Just a lot of changes. So may I please get a big thumbs up for all of those of you who this last week to 2 weeks have been experiencing huge energy shifts in I care and I really don't care. How many of you, can you give me some thumbs up or some hearts to let me know that I'm talking to you? Good, thank you. because the clients I've been working with this last week and myself, there are several times this week that I felt, well, this week's only Tuesday, but from Tuesday to Tuesday, being a week, I felt like this job wasn't worth doing anymore. I felt like giving up, going back to corporate America, because it is so challenging with these energy shifts right now. Just huge. And I'm going through my own internal process of leveling up, of allowing myself to flow more in the fourth and the fifth dimension, where God, Spirit, or Source connects with us, where our angels and guides talk to us, instead of being so down here weighed in the body. And it is a challenge to live in both worlds simultaneously. We are here to experience a slower physical life. That's what we're here for. God, Spirit, or Source allowed us to come to this planet to be part of this experience. And for those of us that jumped in and, we're living this time consciously, it's extremely hard. How many of you out there are just struggling? You're struggling with a job and you're like, I hate this job, and I'm like 2 years to retirement and I don't want to screw it up, but I hate this job, I can't do another 2 years. And then the very next day, you're like, job's not so bad, I guess I could tolerate it. How many of you feel that way hour to hour? This is what's happening. Your consciousness is being tuned to an extremely high level, whatever level you can reach, whatever tippity top level that you can reach. And so there's going to be a lot of reconstruction going on in your life. And that's why, in the last 7 days, I felt like I'm just going to give up. Because I'm not where I want to be in my business. I'm a very driven person. But I'm also an extremely spiritual person. And that's really hard to inhabit those two parts of my brain and my body at the same time. And now it's like there's this string on the top of my head pulling me up to the next level of consciousness all at the same time. And I'm sure that many of you empaths and highly sensitive people have been experiencing the exact same thing. Can I get some hearts, some thumbs up to let me know that this is also, that I'm not just by myself? Of course, we're never alone, right? Sometimes I'm surprised in the videos that my guides don't pop up over here where you can see them. Oh, thank you so much for the thumbs up and hearts and let me know I'm just not by myself. Anyway, so what's happening on this planet? This is a time not to survive anymore. That's another reason that I was struggling in my business. I have so many beautiful things to get out, so many beautiful things to offer, and it seems a challenge sometimes to rise to that level. But I know that I love it. It's my passion, it's my joy, and I can't wait to do it every day. So, what does that mean for you in your life? Well, right now we have the Sun, Mercury, Venus in Scorpio. And Scorpio is a stinger. And it likes to sting, and it likes to pump venom in places that you need to let go. If you've been toxic to yourself, if you're in a toxic relationship, if your health is at a level of toxicity, Scorpio is pumping energy into those areas to illuminate it and bring it right in front of your face. That's what's happening. Scorpio represents a certain frequency of planets and alignments of stars. And when other planets come through that, that's what shifts the frequency. And that's what's happening. And no offense to anybody born under the sign of Scorpio. You folks are generally very wonderful, loving, and kind. But your sign, however, right now, with all these different planets going through it, are saying, get it together. Here's where it's at. Here's the poison. Here's the toxicity. What are you doing with it in your life? You don't need it anymore. So if you're really struggling with that, feel free to reach out to me. I've had several people private message me on Facebook. I am so grateful for that. Other people have gotten a hold of me through my website, toolsofenergyprotection.com, and we'll set up a time to get together and see what's happening for you and set up a strategy so that you can move forward more easily, more effortlessly during these times and really grow. Because I may get on here and talk to you about, the stinging or the poison or the toxins and all these things coming up, and my own admission of But this is a time of restructuring, reordering, drawing boundaries. Boundaries are huge right now. Boundaries with yourself, boundaries with your spouse, boundaries with family members, and especially coming up on the holidays. So I really think it's quite comical that we're coming up on the holidays and all these energies are orchestrating us to change patterns, change beliefs, and draw boundaries that are healthy for us instead of letting people walk all over us, take from us, maybe not give back. If you're in a relationship with a psychopath or a sociopath, they just set you up for mental loops that you can never get out of. This is the time to draw boundaries. This is the time to look at what's being shown to you, no matter how painful it is. So I took a good look at my business and I said, I'm not being of service as much as I could be. And that was frustrating me. And so that's why I'm shifting over to the new platform. So the idea is by Friday to have it ready and available, and I'll tell everybody how to get a hold of it so that if you want to buy a weekly forecast so that you know what's coming up for the next week, or maybe you want a whole month, and those will be available to you on this next platform. But I will still be here on Facebook every Tuesday. Don't worry, I'm not leaving you. I have too much work to do, or that's what the boss tells me anyway. So that's what we're looking at, is values in our relationships. We're looking at where are we committed in our lives, where are we not committed, what boundaries do we need to draw, and what are we committed to? Is it toxic? If what you're doing is toxic and you're doing the same thing over and over again, you're going to die. Toxicity will kill you eventually. That's why it's called toxic, right? So time to shift into something that's more bountiful, more healthy, more fulfilling. So before I close tonight, I'm being reminded too that this is also a time of year that's really challenging for people who have lost loved ones. Perhaps your mother died recently, or your father passed recently, or perhaps, a friend committed suicide. This is a time when people think about family and friends that were like family or family more than ever. And if there's someone that you've lost that you were close to, and you would like to speak to them again or see if there's messages waiting for you, please let me know. I will make mediumship available during November and December, but I'm going to kick it off in October on the 31st. That's this Thursday. Can you believe it? October 31st at the For Heaven's Sakes bookstore in Denver. And I'm only allowing 25 folks in, and we're going to talk to relatives, deceased loved ones. I'm asking you to bring an object with you when you come so that we can connect with them and see if they have a message for you or if you have something you want to tell them. It's a beautiful time, and I'm only allowing 25 people at the public gathering. So if you'll call the bookstore at 303-964-9339. That's 303-964-9339, and you can get tickets or go to the For Heaven's Sakes website if they still have some available at this time, because that's going to be on Thursday. And then after that, I will be doing private one-to-one sessions, or if you have a family, maybe a group of 4 or 5 people that want to talk to a family member, we can all get together and see who comes through for you. So that's it for this time. Next time, coming up Tuesday, a week from today, I will be doing the Energy Shift Update, having already put a forecast out that will be available to you. So I'd like to thank you so much. Big hugs and kisses to everyone. Have a great and wonderful night. You can shut it off.
Okay.
I have a new helper tonight. Click end. There you go, that's it. And now yes.